I'm James Marshall with the James Marshall Project. Today is Daily Journal 41 on July 21st, 2014. Today's message is Seeing Without Fear. It was a cool topic that I found from church on Sunday, and I've been able to relate a lot of things from church into either the motocross world that I used to live in, and of course, my quadriplegic life that I live now. So, as we coming into late July, Loretta Lynn's, the biggest amateur national championship, is just right ahead of us. And as people, begin to prepare, it's funny being able to look back and seeing without fear. Man, so we went through our area qualifiers. God gave me a good enough talent and a strong enough work ethic to where I really wasn't worried about getting through the area qualifiers. That was just kind of a breeze. We get to the regional qualifier, which meant quite a bit more. Only the top 6 qualified directly to Loretta Lynn, and so it's just a pretty cutthroat situation. So being able to go into the starting gate on that, man, it was like I had nothing. I wanted everything. I had nothing to lose. So I went to the gate without seeing any fear with anyone. I understood that I needed to get a great start, race the track, let the riders race me. Get a good start, race the track, chase the ghost ahead of you. Don't look back, don't worry about the rest of the race. Focus on the racetrack, get the best start. Boom. It seemed like it was simple. I won 9 out of 12 motos twice. Once as an amateur with Kawasaki's amateur program, Team Green, and then the second one with American Honda and Honda of Houston's amateur program that they had back in the day. And being able to go 9 out of 12 motos at your regional is pretty darn good. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. But when I was riding for Kawasaki, I get to Loretta Lynn's. I've done all my training, everything through the summer, whether it be, hot, humid, motos, in the gym, little injuries, hiccups here and there, practicing in the mud, practicing this track, traveling here and going to that track, all finally gets to Loretta Lynn Dudes Ranch. So we're at sign up. I go through sign up. Hi, I'm James Marshall. I'm here to register. Number 45, and I'll be riding the 250B stock class, and I think it was 125A modified or something, 125B modified. And she goes, "Oh, you're that guy." And I'm like, "Well, what guy? That one guy?" She's like, "Yeah, that one guy that everyone's voting to win." Well, then it was like, okay, well, now I have a target on my back, so I'm seeing the whole situation of Loretta Lynn's from start to finish through fear. I'm looking at, okay, here's the rest of the lineup. Here are the guys. Okay, well, yeah, I had the best stats through my region. I was top voted to win. Did I win? Not even close. As soon as she said that, boom, I had a target in my mind that I was going to be the one everyone was watching. So I didn't go there. I didn't go to that starting gate I didn't go there with no fear. I went there with, I'm expected to win. I'm expected to win. Well, at my regional, I was still expected to win. But I went there with a complete mindset of seeing things not through fear. I wasn't worried about who was on the racetrack. All I knew was I needed a good start and a clear track ahead of me. I'd be able to handle the rest. Once I got to Loretta Lynn's and I got to the starting gate, I saw a bunch of other front fenders. And what if I don't get a good start? What if the bike setup's not just right? What if I'm sliding through this section and not getting enough traction here? Oh, but it rained, and I unclear mechanics. I mean, many things went through my mind, and I just mentally lost. I mentally lost. And so we work our way up. You get all the way up through your amateur career, and finally graduate. You go turn professional. And so I begged Ryan Clark at Team Solitaire to give me a chance through the 2004 Supercross season. I prepared, even though I didn't have a ride. I just prepared and got ready. And then all of a sudden, I just begged him and begged him and begged him, and he gave me a spot. So thank you, Ryan. I appreciate that. So went through 2004. I didn't make any Supercross main events, unfortunately, no problem. But I learned a lot. I missed my first night show. Then I qualified for each one after that. So man, it made for a perfect start to Supercross for me. Didn't make any main events. Not too happy about that. Moved on. 2004 summer, I went to Canada for the Canadian Nationals for Riverside Yamaha at the MX2 West Championship. We got 5th overall. That was fun. We had a good time. I learned how to scrub. That was my first time, I would say, like actually scrubbing on a motorcycle. It was cool. We had a really good shot from one of the tracks, Regina. Man, we had a blast. And then I came back and I rode a few nationals here in the U.S. And then I went to Davey Millsap's house at the beginning of 2005. I learned how to race and ride and practice and prepare Supercross. I went to the gate in Indianapolis without fear. I went to the starting gate with, okay, these are the tools that I came here with. How do I apply them? Put them to work. Boom. Qualified 7th in the first heat race. I got 14th in the main event. Not too bad. My last couple laps were a little bit faster than the first few, so that's a good improvement and a great start to a season. Unfortunately, the next week, my bike seized up on the takeoff of a triple. Dislocated both shoulders, broke my wrist, and had a rotator cuff damage here. So, real big hiccup. And then after that, trying to beg for a ride, getting back out to the outdoors. 2005, pretty much the whole summer, I just was on the wind trainer doing everything I could, full gear, moto after moto after moto, and went to the last round at Glen Helen on my own, just out of my box van. I got 23rd overall. I got 21st in the first moto. That was my only moto to ever not get lapped by Ricky Carmichael. And just remember that Ricky Carmichael has ridden a race where he lapped the entire field. He lapped second place. So imagine how he saw things. Through fear or without fear. That's amazing. 2006, I had no fear. I knew how to prepare. I knew what to do. But no one believed in me. And I was washed up. I was done. But I still gave it a chance. I still went out there and I rode. I rode the best of my ability. I did great. I got great starts. I learned from the best. I was always up front. Missed the main event by a few times by one spot. But I saw things with no fear. And the last time I lined up on the gate in San Diego, California, at the Qualcomm Stadium, I lined up without fear. I understood exactly what to do to go do work on that motorcycle, and unfortunately, I caught a false neutral, which left me paralyzed on the track. Since then, saw things in a fearful way many times, seen things through faith many times, in which I'm seeing right this second. I don't have any fear of losing anything. I don't have enough to lose. I have everything to gain. But I have the best message to give. And that is me. That is James Marshall. And that is seeing things without fear. So, think about the way that you look at different perspectives. Okay, do you go to a math class? You go to a math test. You've either studied or you haven't. So you either go with faith and you know you're going to do well. You understand you're going to do well. You have a leadership skills. You don't study and then Well, it's on the opposite side. So really think about how you can see things. And if you would like to listen to the same message that I listen to, log on to iTunes under podcast and search Woods Edge Community, Woods Edge Community Church. That is such a great message. See without fear. It was part 2. Great message, and I wanted to pass it along to you guys because I think that each and every one of us can learn from seeing without fear. I'm James Marshall with the James Marshall Project. Thank you very much for tuning in to my daily journal number 41. If you'd like to learn more about myself as well as my nonprofit act, log on to jamesmarshallproject.com today, as well as you can follow us on Instagram, Twitter at James Marshall Project. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it. Have a good day. Have a blessed day. Have a blessed week. See things without fear.